There we are. I'm live. The red light's rolling. Hello to those that are listening. I thought I'd do an impromptu live for LinkedIn and for Facebook. I hope that those who see this will enjoy it, take note, maybe share it with your colleagues, share it with people that you work with, and those kinds of things. So the information that I'm sharing in this podcast or toolbox talk or live or whatever you want to call it is, let's paste this here. I've just shared in the comments. So I got this information from think.gov.uk around drink driving. I asked my colleagues just before going live. I said, look, I'm free. I'm going to do a quick live. What should I do a live on? And Jay, my colleague, said, why don't you do something on drink driving? It's topical this time of year, and obviously it's road safety related. And I thought, you know what, I'll do more than that. I'm going to make it really topical, toolbox talk, ready for people to be able to just share straight away to their drivers, to their colleagues. Literally, if you drop me a message, I can share you the link direct, and you can put it into people's WhatsApps. However you want to do it, just get it shared. So why is drink driving so important that it needs a toolbox talk? Well, over the last 10 years, we've pretty much, the statistics are pretty standard across the last 10 years. We've made no real improvement in the UK. Around 200 fatal collisions each year. So that's more than 4 a week related to drink driving, and over 1,000 to 1,100 serious collisions, with about 5,000 to 6,000 collisions overall as attributed to drink driving. So, drink driving, it's illegal and it puts lives at risk. It's a big challenge. Clearly, the statistics say so. So we don't want those things to happen to us, to our loved ones. We don't want to be a victim. Similarly, we don't want our colleagues to take that risk or to think about potentially taking the risk and going drink driving. So the facts are, and I've got them here. As I said, I shared the link there from the government, Think Government Drink Driving campaign. It's not possible for people to say how much alcohol that they can drink and stay below the limit. The way alcohol affects you depends on your weight, your age, your sex, and your metabolism, and the type and amount of alcohol that you're drinking, what you've eaten recently, and your stress levels as well. So if you're driving, guess what? It's better to have none before hitting the road. I Am Road Smart calculates that a drink drive conviction could cost you up to £70,000 as a result of fines, solicitors' fees, and increasing the cost of car insurance, and potentially losing your job as well. That is some number to consider the consequences of drink driving. £70,000. So what does the law state? Well, the law in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland is 35 micrograms of alcohol per 100 millilitres of breath, 80 milligrams of alcohol in 100 millilitres of blood, and 107 milligrams of alcohol per 100 millilitres of urine. Now, in Scotland, the minimums are actually lower. They've got stricter rules there. But overall, the recommendation is don't do it. Just don't drink and drive. If you're going to take the risk, if you're going to drink, then get a taxi, get a lift, get someone to drive you. Don't think about getting behind the wheel even after one. So what are the consequences? There's really strict penalties. Like you say, this could cost up to estimated £70,000 for an individual as a cost of having a drink drive conviction. So the penalties, including a minimum of a 12-month driving ban. Now, I know that I couldn't afford that, and I'm sure you listening couldn't afford a 12-month driving ban. That's going to be horrific impact on your life, not just at work, but also personally too. You're going to get a criminal record and an unlimited fine, up to 6 months in prison, and an endorsement on your license for 11 years. The maximum penalty for causing death by careless driving when under the influence of drink or drugs is 14 years in prison, according to the ThinkGov website. 14 years in prison with a minimum driving ban of 2 years. So huge consequences for you if you were to cause death by careless driving when driving under the influence of drink or drugs. And in addition to these penalties, the everyday consequences of being caught drink driving, which can include obviously increased car insurance costs, job loss, trouble getting into countries, other countries, going on holiday, those kinds of things, the US, I'm sure that's going to be the least of your problems. The shame of having a criminal record, and obviously the loss of independence for losing your license. So lots and lots of reasons to think about for not even taking the opportunity. So at the moment, I'm sat here in my office. We've got some Flagship partners, Prosecco here. You can see it's not been opened. I've actually been sticking to the hard stuff myself today of the Diet Coke. And we've been dropping these off to our customers and our clients to say thank you for their support this year. So we've got some Prosecco there. And, we're really pleased to share that. And I'm not saying don't drink. As a person who chooses not to indulge in alcohol, which I choose not to, it doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't. But what I'm saying is you shouldn't indulge in alcohol and then continue to drive. That is not what we want you to do. We want to make sure that the roads are safe for everyone. And obviously the risks are just too high. So I wanted to keep this a short, snappy live. I hope it's been useful. I hope you found it interesting, and please do share it. If you want a copy of it, I'm more than happy to share a link so that you can share this with your colleagues rather than going and printing off and having to get your colleagues together. Why not drop them an email with a link and go check this out? Don't go drink driving. This is, we want you to know about these facts. £70,000 is a potential risk on average for drink driving, and obviously the risks are even huge around the impact. 200 fatal collisions each year in the UK for a week. We really want to do something about that, and hopefully this video will be a deterrent, and obviously as leaders in a business, you'll be doing your piece, sharing that with the people in your business, with your colleagues, with your friends. And if you want the link, please do give me a shout. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. I hope you do enjoy some alcohol with friends and family, but please do, when you do, get a cab, get a lift with someone who isn't under the influence. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you all next year.